Hello, my name is Zoard Jibble. Some people call me Papa Zoard. I'm going to read a story called I Found My Balloon, written by Mike J. Preble. Dedicated to my good friend Carol, who taught me how to take a positive approach to problems, especially when there was no apparent solution. One day there was a little moose, and do you know what his name was? His name was Chachi. And do you know what he was doing? He wasn't doing anything. He was just sitting at the big kitchen table, rubbing his knee. Just then the doorbell rang. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. Chachi limped to the door and looked out the little window. And guess who he saw? It was his best friend Goulash. Chachi opened the door a tiny little crack and turned his head sideways. "Hi, Chachi," said Goulash. "Want to play?" Chachi shook his head. No. "Want to go biking?" asked Goulash. Chachi shook his head. No, again. "Want to do anything?" asked Goulash. Chachi looked down. "Can I come in?" asked Goulash. Chachi opened the door and stood there. "Something bothering you?" asked Goulash. Chachi shrugged his shoulders. "Can you tell me?" asked Goulash. Chachi shook his head. No. "Want me to guess?" asked Goulash. Chachi nodded. Yes. They went to sit at the kitchen table. The afternoon sun just started to shine in through the window. There was an empty bag of chips on the table. "Out of chips?" asked Goulash. Chachi got up and found another bag in the cabinet. Salt and vinegar, his favorite. Goulash opened the bag. "Want some?" he asked. Chachi shook his head. No. "Wow," said Goulash. "Something must really be bothering you." Chachi looked at the paper and crayons on the table. "Can you draw a picture?" asked Goulash. Chachi nodded. Yes. He picked up a blue crayon and drew a crooked line. "That looks like a line, or a river," said Goulash. "Is it a river?" Chachi shook his head. No. He put a circle on one end of the line. "Is that a sucker? Or maybe a yo-yo?" asked Goulash. Chachi drew a stick figure of a moose standing underneath the line and the circle. "Is that a moose?" asked Goulash. Chachi drew tears falling from the moose's eye. Then he drew a little square on the ground. "That looks like a box," said Goulash. Chachi put two lines on top of the square. Toaster?" asked Goulash. Chachi put two little circles on top of the little lines. "Candles," said Goulash. "Is that a birthday cake?" Chachi nodded. Yes. "And the moose is 2 years old, just like you," said Goulash. Then Chachi cut the circle and the line out of the picture with a pair of scissors. "The moose is having a birthday, and he is sad because," Goulash said. Chachi held the circle and line way up over his head. "Because," said Goulash. Chachi got up and ran around the table, waving the circle and line above his head. Then he went over to the window and threw the circle and line out. "Because he lost his special birthday balloon," said Goulash. Chachi nodded. Yes. He stood at the window, looking way up at the blue sky over the hill behind the house. A cool breeze blew in from the window. Goulash stood next to Chachi and put an arm over his shoulder. "Sometimes that happens," said Goulash. "I know," said Chachi, "but it makes me sad. That was my very special birthday balloon from my very special birthday, and now it's gone forever. How can my very special birthday be special anymore?" "You could get another balloon," said Goulash. "But it wouldn't be my special birthday balloon," said Chachi. Chachi turned to Goulash. There were tears in his eyes. "How long will I be sad?" he asked. "Sometimes, when I'm sad, it goes away real quick, and other times it stays until I do something to take my mind off it," said Goulash. "I don't think I will ever take my mind off it," said Chachi. "Another way is to remember everything you can about it," said Goulash. "Like how?" asked Chachi. "We could draw pictures from your birthday party and see," said Goulash. Chachi and Goulash drew pictures while they ate chips. "These chips are making my tongue burn," said Goulash. "I need something to drink." Chachi got some juice from the refrigerator and 2 plastic cups. "Maybe you should pour," he said, "in case if I might make a spill." Goulash poured juice into the cups. Chachi and Goulash drew pictures of the games they played. Quick Chase, and Can't Find Me, and Run and Jump, and Rolling and Rolling, and Moo. They finished their pictures and hung them in a row by the window. "That was a fun day," said Chachi. "Yes, it was," said Goulash. "Thanks for coming over," said Chachi. "I feel better now." "Me too," said Goulash. "Now, do you want to play?" "Yes," said Chachi. "Let's go outside and play a brand new game called I Found My Balloon." The end.